What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 5 NHL 26 Utah Mammoth Franchise Mode Series. As always, guys, thank you so much for supporting the last episode. If you also leave a thumbs up on this one, I'd really appreciate it. Now, last year, the New York Rangers actually won the Stanley Cup. We won the President's Trophy. Unfortunately, could not go back-to-back. If you guys missed the last one, obviously you would have saw we actually won the Stanley Cup 2 years ago. And we made the Stanley Cup final 2 years in a row. Was hoping for a third. Did not happen. But honestly, I think the team we have going into this season is probably the best team we've had yet. So very, very optimistic here in year 5. First line, I don't think we've changed since year 1. It's Clayton Keller, Logan Cooley, Gunther. They're 91, 92, 93 respectively with a +5 chem. Tuck, Denoye, and Iginla also getting a +5. You got Peterka, Hayton, and Schmaltz there. Unreal third line. Fourth line here, you got Sam O'Reilly, Jamie Benn, and Cole Bodwin. In terms of the defense, we got Sergachev, Anderson, top pair with a +4. Durzi's now at 90, playing with Marino there. And then we got Simashev, Lambert on the bottom pair. We're definitely going to lose one of these guys come this summer just on the money. And honestly, like, the defense is stacked. 87s on the bottom pairing is ridiculous. I mean, even Sergachev, they're up to a 93 now. Like, this team, like I said, looking so good. Melka back, even the starter, had to let Shilovs go. But Herabel here, backing him up to 85. So we've also got two really good goalies. AHL, Volkin there, the 79. It's also solid. You got Heineman there, an 80. Diorio's an 81 now. Lombardi, Fedotov, Turcotte, all 80s. Ratu there. Dino Boot had a chance at the fourth line. Ended up going with Jamie Benn instead. We got Bo Akey here. Another reason why. Gotta call him up. Like, honestly, I could do it this year, but I feel like we might as well just go for the cup. Let him sit one more in the AHL. Won't hurt us. We also got him locked up there cheap. So, you know, hopefully this team can make a run, both NHL and AHL, honestly. I think both teams looking quite stacked. And before we get started with the sim here, guys, I'll show you the ratings. We've got 95 offense and defense. I think that's the highest ratings yet for both of those, and 90 goaltending. So let's see if we can have another really good year. Here we go. And before the sim, guys, I want to take a look at contract extensions. I actually didn't even realize Dylan Gunther now has franchise potential. So he only has 1 year left. A lot of times it'll just change that final year, which doesn't mean too much. Unless he pops off, then it'll actually give him like extra growth, opposed to if he just, you know, stayed at medium elite. Logan Cooley there, of course, is still that low franchise, which is interesting. So really liking this team. The fact we got Denoye again, I don't know how. Somehow we lucked in an extra year entry level. That is huge. Peterka there. We might lose. Schmaltz there. We're going to lose. Wow. That's basically like an entire second line. It's going to be tough. Lamrou honestly might be the guy we lose because he's going to be going up in price. Simashev at least, you know, cost controlled, plus Akey's the right D's, same as Lamrou, but might as well take a look at these guys. So extension dollars is almost 30. Lamrou wants 6.9, which honestly isn't that bad. Take a look at Alex Tuck here, 8.5. He's playing second line, he's 33. Taking a look at Schmaltz, I'm really hoping someone gives us a discount. Schmaltz wants 11.4. Basically almost positively gone. Peterka wants 9.3. Both, you know, him and Schmaltz are on the third line right now, whereas Alex Tuck's at least on the second line. So he wants 8.5. I'd probably do a 2-year. Does he have any interest? He's got some. We could try and do this now, but honestly, I might just wait, because if any of these guys have a down year, we'll definitely be able to get them a lot cheaper. And then Lamrou, there's no real reason to sign because he's cost controlled there as an RFA. The Melka, though, I probably am going to keep the whole time. He wants a cup. He's had really good numbers. And wow, when he's asking for 2.7, can we give him for 3 years just to have him for the whole time? He's not interested in 3 years really at all, so I'm totally fine with it. Honestly, I'm just going to give him exactly what he's asking for. Actually, give him an extra 100K. Hope for an auto accept here. And he does auto accept. Okay, so there we go. Melka, 87, taking a pay cut by about $2 million. I don't understand his logic there. All I can think is maybe the fact he was technically the backup last year, hasn't played a, you know, game yet in the season. He still considers himself the backup. And so it's the end of December now, guys. We have a record here, 20-11-1, which is good for second place in the division. We're 1 point back on the Hawks, but we have 4 games in hand. So, I mean, good chance we'll pass them for first. AHL team also looking really good, 17-9-1, and they're also currently second place in their division. Kind of interesting here, Anaheim putting Arbor Jack guy on waivers. I'm just curious what his rating is. So he's 79, so basically never grew. Obviously, you know, pretty big hitter, likes to fight. I think we can pass on him, though. Literally just no space for him. All right, guys, with the deadline now, with the record here, 33, 23, and 3. Unfortunately, we've actually started to, like, slow down a bit. We're currently 4th place in the division. We're actually 4 points out of a wildcard spot. So, I mean, I guess everyone else started playing better, as we're not still doing that bad, but the fact he went from essentially first to out of the playoffs. AHL team, 38-12-1. They're crushing it, and that's good for first place in the division. So, I mean, we're not too far back. We actually do have 4 games in hand there on the Ducks, even 3 games on the Flames. So that's good. We got 3 games as well on the Blackhawks, 1 point back. So I would consider us a playoff team. We're not as good as I hoped for. I would still say we're full-fledged buyers, though. Like, the team on paper we have, again, we know we're losing a lot of guys this summer. So even though, you know, we're not as high in the standings as I'd like to be, we still have to definitely go all out here. We have about, I think, $6 million in cap space, and Jack Hughes is on the block. I almost never see him. We could do something special here and go for Jack. Stevenson there, Sorelli, Mikey Anderson, Marchenko, Svechkov, JT Miller, Scott Morrow, Braden Schneider, Riker Evans. Okay, so definitely some options, but I'm thinking about Jack Hughes here. This would be unreal. I'm not sure if you guys saw, but he's actually out on a date with Tate McRae the other night. So even though the dude's injured, he's still out there trying to score, which I respect. So we'll take a look. I mean, Jack Hughes is going to cost us a ton. Definitely Hossa, who I think honestly is going to make the team next year. Like, he's 78 already at 21. He could be the third line right wing, taking over for Schmaltz. Now we could definitely move one of Tuck, Peterka, or Schmaltz for Hughes to try and get some of that potential. Boschem in there we could also move. He's only at 55. Take a look. Peterka here, he's got 32 points. Schmaltz has 34. Tuck there's got 39, so a bit more. I mean, he's on the second line, plus probably the guy we said we'd take back. So I'm thinking Peterka or Schmaltz here. Let's see. So Schmaltz, Boschem, we said definitely our first this year, probably first next year. And then goalies, we have a lot of medium elites. Tarasov here, I didn't even realize, at 79 now. He's actually the same rating as Volokin. I wonder if they're like sharing stars. We could definitely look at calling him up. Once Herbell's probably gonna, ask for too much money. I mean, Bayer here basically same value, even though he's 7 overall less at the same age. So looking at this, Schmaltz, Boschman, 2 first, Bayer for Jack Hughes. It says we can take him on. I guess, yeah, fully, because only 3 million more than Schmaltz. Give this a try. Trades rejected. Okay. I mean, looking at the trade value, we could do 3 first. This seems crazy, I know. But we're getting Jack Hughes. And there's a chance we could always re-sign him too. And just lose somebody else. You're getting back a 93 overall player. Trade is still rejected. So we're going to have to give back somebody really nice here. John Marino honestly might have worked really nice. Actually, it says NMC, and then it also says modified no trade. Tradable team list. The Devils, of course, are not on it. Jersey as well has an NMC. I mean, Anderson, -2. 91, you call up Akey, $8 million bucks. Okay, is there something here? We do Anderson, Schmaltz, Boschman. All of a sudden, that looks like values on our side. We'll take back this Palat dude. He's just like the lowest valued player that has a contract. I mean, this might get it done. And again, we're bringing up Akey, so the defense is still pretty solid. Plus, we don't have to actually trade away Lamrou anymore. And then I think we could definitely have the money to re-sign Hughes for next year. Okay, so trade's rejected, but we have 2 slots here to make this better. We'll try the first here with Bayer, and I think the other first has more value, so if they say no, we can do 2 first. After that, I think there's probably just no way this trade happens. But they're saying yes to this. Okay, let's try just no Bayer. Okay, now so we'll have to throw him in, but I mean, one last chance. Anderson's got a dash on this season. He's only dash 2, doesn't have a ton of points. He does play top PK, 95 defensive awareness there. Again, though, like we have Lamrou, Simashev, we got Marino, and the fact we have like an 83 Akey in the AHL, I think we'll be okay, and all of a sudden, like, our forward group's insane. So, yeah, let's pull the trigger here, guys. The team has been, not doing as good as you'd want, and all of a sudden, Jack Hughes, a member of the Utah Mammoth, let's go. Let's go! Also, guys, Jack Hughes is 93 overall. I'm not sure why I was thinking he'd be like a second liner. I think, unfortunately, Logan Cooley will probably just drop to the second line. Although, honestly, I probably don't want to break up Gunther, Keller, Cooley. They've just been so good. If we play Jack Hughes on the second line as well, he'll put up less points, which means we can probably get him for less money. And obviously, he'll still be like the #1 power play and everything. And this is funny. The Devils want to make another trade with us. 3rd, 4th, and Leeson. Solovyov in a 7th. I'm going to say no. And it's kind of funny, too, guys. I see the Devils actually have Schmaltz on the block. They probably saw his $11.5 million ask and want to trade him away. I know, by the way, they actually can't see that in-game, but definitely in real life, I think once they saw what he wants for an extension, they'd be like, you know what, yeah, we'll just flip him for some picks. All right, guys, so the trade deadline's now complete. Obviously, just made that one trade there for Jack Hughes. We're kind of out of assets after that point. So take a look here. Koivunen in there going to the Ducks. Jake Neighbors, the Abs. Hoagland there, the Wild. You got Serdek there going to the Oilers. Of course, our trade for Jack. Stevenson to the Sharks. Vanderleest to the Sens. I'm taking a look. Steven Stamkos still in the league. He goes to the Devils. His name was actually like at the end of the trade. Let's see. JJ Moser and Lawson Crouse going to the Wild. So a former player of ours. Devin Tays to the Canucks. Kind of a big trade with Adam Pelech. Obviously, both those guys will be older now. Let's take a look. Mikey Anderson and Perunovic going to the Leafs. So they get a couple D-men. Jordan Harris here's on waivers. Only a 79. Okay, yeah, probably not worth us claiming. And so after that trade deadline, guys, we made one of the biggest trades ever. Here's an updated look at the team. Like I said, I'm keeping that first line together for chemistry reasons. Second line here now is a Gillen on the right wing with Denoye still in the middle, and then Hughes now on the left wing. Basically, Hughes just has worse face-offs than Denoye. Also, too, Denoye is actually better defensively, so I feel like he'll be better there in the center spot. Peterka, Hayton, and Tux, the new third line. Actually, Hayton there with the spark plug X Factor. Then Fourth line's the same, O'Reilly, Ben, and Bodwin, although Ben's actually dropped in rating by 2. Luckily, we kind of saw this coming. He's 40 years old, so only signed him to that 1-year deal. Defensively, still looks perfectly fine, even after trading away Anderson, Sergachev, Dursey, Marino, Simashev, Aki, and Lamru. So, I mean, now we can obviously keep all those guys. Goaltending, of course, has not changed. But power play 1 here has to be the best in the league. Like, every single guy on this power play is a 91 plus, and they're getting a +5. So that means we essentially have 5 96 plus players out there. I mean, come on. Even power play 2 here gets a +5. Looks very, very good. I feel like, again, this team looking stacked. So far this season, they've been kind of underperforming. PK-wise, you know what? Losing Schmaltz, losing Anderson actually was a bit of a hit. But luckily, I think a lot of guys still are, you know, pretty decent defensively. Cooley had not too bad of defensive stats, so have him on both, you know, 3-man and regular PK now. Again, 88 awareness. I think he'll do fine there. And then in terms of the AHL team, I think they've honestly gotten better. The top 6 is fully 80 pluses. I've actually moved Turcotte to that first line. He's got 57 points, over point per game right now. So he's, you know, doing really, really good. Bottom 6, I think, is basically the same. Defensively, of course, no Aki. So Boumediene in there's on the top pair with Wallander. You got Hicks, Bieber, Goldsmith, and this like 78 guy. So they're still looking solid. Loken there was the starter, but Tarasov's now 79, so it looks like he might be getting some games. They'll be splitting the lead. So excited to see what happens. Again, both teams, I think, should be in the playoffs. And here we go, guys. We're at the end of the season now with the record of 47, 20, and 7, which was good for second place in the division. 101 points on the year. So yeah, we definitely rallied there after the deadline. Jack Hughes came in. We actually had a 6-game winning streak, or sorry, 5-game winning streak at the end of the season, but it wasn't, what is that, 9-game point streak. Our 3 losses there were all in OT. So yeah, after Jack came in, we looked really good. AHL team 49, 18, and 3, 101 points, first place in their division. And leading the team points here is Clayton Keller with 90, so a good season for him. Still looking for like a 100-point guy. Jack Hughes there, 79. Let's see, did he slow down a lot with us? 19 and 22, so actually like not too far off the pace. 1 goal. Oh my goodness, so just feeding Iginla, I guess. Honestly, kind of funny to see. Gunther 77 is solid. Same with Cooley 76. Iginla 68, almost had 50 goals. So yeah, dude shooting the puck a ton. Same with Gunther there. 41. Let's see, Denoye 62, Sergachev 60. So 7 guys, 60 plus points is big. Tuck there, closing in with 56. Even Dursey 48 as D-man. Paterka 43. We kind of know almost for sure losing him this summer. But again, we got guys coming up. Vamelka, wow. Oh, crap. I just remembered I forgot to turn auto-rotate goalie back on after turning it off for the playoffs. So 82 games played, 46 wins. I'm not sure if everyone else had auto-rotate goalie off, like how that works with the AI. I guess we're about to find out. That's why, okay, so Volokin here ended up having, you know, a bunch of starts. Tarasov got a bunch, you know, once we had him as the starter. 927, actually looking really good, to be honest. Turcotte did lead the AHL team over a point per game, so AHL All-Star, I love that. You got Carlson there, 53, bunch of guys in the high 40s. Now in the entire league here, guys, Draisaitl leads the way, 104, followed by McDavid, Matthews, Kaprizov, Nylander. Keller there actually with 90 points is top 6, so that's huge. Kilmakar 87. Leads defenseman, plus 24. Gonna be taking on the Norris. Goalies, okay, so no, only our goalie played every single game. I messed up there, my bad. I'll turn it off, although for the playoffs it doesn't really matter. So most wins, I don't think he'll get the Vezina because Shilov's... Are you kidding me? We traded away Shilov's. He puts up a 929 with the Sens. He's going to win the Vezina. What? Come on. Goes and does that after dropping in rating 2. Is his goals against be the best as well? It is. Are you kidding me? It's like the game just wants to punish me or something. Rookie skaters here. Maddox Schultz, the Islanders, 55 points. And in terms of the entire league here, guys, Canucks actually took on the President's Trophy, 113. We were one of 7 teams with 100 plus points. Let's see, Avs 15th and miss. Washington gets him in 91. So pretty standard. Last here's the Columbus Blue Jackets, 61 points. Goals for, we were actually second behind the Edmonton Oilers there. Not too bad. Goals against, Ottawa, 212. We still had the 7th best goals against, though, so not too bad. I can't believe Shelov just went to Ottawa and became a stud. And like I was saying, guys, I'm turning auto-rotate goalies back on here. I can't believe I totally forgot to do that. But good thing is, I guess, that it only affected us. It probably would have been worse if it like affected all the teams. Backup goalie stats have been all messed up. So in the first round here, we have the Dallas Stars. I mentioned in the last video, I do think they're like a really well-constructed team. But this team we have this year, I think, is absolutely stacked. So I mean, look at the team. Robertson, Johnson, Ranton, nasty first line. They do have an 80 Ertel, second line left wing. The bottom 6 is, you know, kind of lacking. Defensively, they still have Harley and Haskin, who they got split up. So better depth. Honestly, defense isn't too bad. Onder's still there. It's really just that bottom 6 forward group. So if we can kind of, play matchups here, that's like half their team, right? We should be able to, hopefully take advantage. We'll see what happens here. We're going to have the home ice advantage here most of the playoffs. We'll see how long we can actually hold on to it. So, first 2 games in Utah. Game 1 there, 4-2 win. Game 2 also, 3-0 win. Game 3 now, headed to Texas. 4-2 win, let's go. And Game 4, unfortunately, we actually get shut out by Ottinger. Still, though, 3-1 series lead. All we have to do is win one of the next 3. And we get it done in 5 there with a 4-2 win. And now wait for us, guys, in the second round, the Minnesota Wild, who actually have the home ice advantage. AHL team, no way. That nasty HL team got swept in the first round, 3-0 by Coachella. That's a joke. Minnesota here, Kaprizov, Strome, and Boldy. Interesting. Ryan McLeod's on the team now. Brady Wasslin, I saw, pretty high up in rookie scoring. They've actually got a lot of depth here defensively. Faber's the number 1 guy. Bouillon actually only an 85. No X factors. High top 4D. I'm surprised he honestly hasn't grown more than that. So I'll see what happens here, guys, in round 2. Kind of cool. First, we played the Dallas Stars. Now we're playing Minnesota, who, of course, used to be the North Stars. So we'll see if we can kind of just destroy that entire franchise here. Game 1, unfortunately, is an OT loss. Game 2, a 3-0 loss, but we're headed home. Hopefully, we need 1 win. There we go. Game 3 there is a 4-3 win. Game 4, big 5-0 win. The momentum has to be on our side now. Headed to Minnesota, 4-1 win. Can we keep it going? Game 6, yes, 4-1 win. So after dropping the first 2, we rally off 4 in a row. And we have the Vegas Golden Knights in the Western Conference Final. Both of us are 8-3. In the East, it's actually Ottawa and Philly. Imagine we actually play Shelovs in the Cup Final if, of course, we can get there. Looking at the stats, Ascara is actually the Vegas Golden Knights now. Save percentage 9-1-1. Vambelka's a 9-3-2 with a 1.99 goals against. The fact we're allowing less than 2 goals a game is crazy. The other matchup stats, Vegas is first in goals for, so this will be a good test. We're first in goals against. Power plays, ours is not bad. Penalty kill, we're second. We're tied for first, 100%. We have yet to be scored on in the PK, and I was saying how that was actually the thing I was most concerned about, losing Schmaltz and Anderson. Both those guys play on the PK, and somehow that's our best thing. Kind of funny how that works out. So, Vegas, Barbashev, Eichel, of course, Marner's still there. Stenlin, are you kidding me? We let go of Stenlin. He's playing second line right wing, even though he's got the, quick draw X factor, 86 faceoffs. Let's see this guy in the middle. He's got 84, no quick draw. He's also a center/right wing. I don't know. At this point, the lines in this game, I'm just kind of over them. Connolly here, young. You'd probably rather him play second line left wing or Bunting. Defensively, they got Hannafin. Theodore's still there, but down to an 84. Jeez. Mayu Bean. Bomb pairing, not that great. Askarov, of course, in net. Hill backing him up. So, kind of like Dallas. The bomb 6 is definitely like their weak spot. So, we'll see if we can take advantage here, guys. And 1-1 after 1. Barbashev, Denoye. 2-1 now. Cooley. And 3-3 Sergachev for us. Eichel's shorthanded, and then Stenlin there ties it up. Jeez, former player of ours. And are you kidding me? Barbashev game winner. Wow, okay. So, drop the first one. Hopefully, can answer back in game 2. So, here you go, guys. And we're down too early. Bunting and Gushin. Hopefully, I said that right. 2-1 now. Gillen gets 1. We just need 1 more here for OT. And we get it there from Bodwin on the 4th line. Can we have a hero? And we do. It's Clayton Keller, the captain. Let's go. All tied up. I should have mentioned, guys, those first 2 games were at home. So now we're in Vegas. 0-0. 1-0. Ginla on the power play. 1-1. Barbashev. He's been really good for them. And we lose that one. 2-1. Outshot him 40-27. But Brett Howden there gets the OT winner. So hopefully, just like, in those first 2 games, I just realized, geez, all 3 games so far have been overtime. So very, very close matchup here. Like I was saying, we need to win this one. If you go down 3-1, much tougher spot, obviously, than 2-2. And the team comes out flying. Again, with 2. Hughes, who actually haven't seen score much yet. Still 3-0. And then we hold on there 5-1. Cooley with 2 goals there in the 3rd period, making sure we hold on to game 4. So here we go, guys. Series is tied. Best of 3. Honestly, we're the only team so far to win in regulation. I'm liking our odds. We just had a big win. Momentum headed home. This game 5 is huge. Here we go. And 1-0 Eichel. Okay, still 1-0 after 2. And what a 3rd period. Marino, O'Reilly, and Keller. You wouldn't expect Marino to score 1 from the far board. I heard someone say that those are basically just random. That's actually not where they're scoring from, because, yeah, a lot of times the locations make absolutely no sense. But there you go, guys. We're up 3-1, and we are now 1 win away from making it back to the Cup Final for the 3rd time in 4 years. Here we go. Game 6 in Vegas. Up 1 early. Peterka. 2-1 now. Gunther for us. Stenlin for them. Are you kidding me? Big 3rd. Wow. They got 3 in a row. Denoye tried to make something happen there. 30 seconds left, but obviously just not enough time. And Vegas forces Game 7. Okay, I thought we honestly had them there heading into the third period. So, I mean, still, they've yet to beat us by more than a goal. Game 7 at home. I mean, I feel like, you know, the building would be buzzing here. Come on, let's find a way. First period, 1-1. Howden again for them. Marino for us. Not guys you'd expect to be scoring. 2-1 now. Ginla. Shots are tied. Big third. And we hold on to it. Pamelka shuts the door. And are we going to be playing our old goalie in Shilovs here in the Stanley Cup final, like I was saying? That would be, you know, kind of crazy. I think, did I just see that right? I want to say the Ottawa Senators beat Philly in 7. And they did. So, yes, we are playing Shilovs. That is crazy. Hopefully, you know, Pamelka gets the better of him. Maybe he's pissed. He was a starter all season. Then we said, you know what? Sorry, Pamelka's going in here for the playoffs. But, I mean, honestly, I think it was the right call. So, here we go, guys. Utah, Ottawa. Stanley Cup final. No offense to either of these franchises. I feel like if this was a Stanley Cup final, it wouldn't get too many viewers. But, you know, I'd be tuning in. At least I'd be one of the people that would be interested. So, Ottawa here. Ridley Gregg on the first line now over Kachuk's choice. Stützle, Batherson. Tavares leaves Toronto for Ottawa. I don't remember him, you know, sleeping with the Sens pajamas. You got Voronkov there on the team. Cousins, Evangelista also joined. Siplikov. Okay, I have a good forward group. Sanderson, Shabbat still there. Yakimchuk, Matheson. I mean, this team is well built. Shilovs, of course, like I said, is the starter. He's got 9-1-9 so far in these playoffs. I was curious to see. So they paid him 6.6 for 4 years. I mean, honestly, not a bad contract, but again, we couldn't really justify it. So he's got good numbers. Pamelka's better. 9.32 save percentage and 208 goals against. We made the right choice. So it's all tied up here. We're headed home to Utah. This is right where we want to be. Unfortunately, first period, we're down 2-1. 4-2. I mean, we still have a third left. And again, tried. Unfortunately, no other help. Just needed one more there to force OT. So game number 4 here, guys. Like in the previous series, I feel like this is always the biggest game when it's, you know, 2-1. And we're up 3-2 early. Okay, so Denoye, Hughes, Tuck. Hughes finally on the board. Aginla, Gregg. 6-4. Let's go. Gunther, Denoye again. That was a close game. That was a high-scoring game. And luckily, able to come away with the win. So we now have a best of 3 here to potentially be a Stanley Cup champions. I mean, I said our team on paper I thought was stacked this year. We go out and get Jack Hughes. And this is where we wanted to be, right? Like, 3 games to win it. Playing the Sens, playing our old goalie. I mean, I feel like the guys should have played it, you know, in practice enough. They know how to score. And we're up 1. Jack Hughes there. And still 1-0. 30-18 shots. Kind of nuts. What? 1-0 heading to the third. They score 4. We get 2. And we lose 4-3. What happened? Oh my goodness. 10 seconds left. Gregg scored the game winner. I mean, I guess there's no OT points in the playoffs, but wow. To not even go to OT in that game is crushing. So we now have ourselves in a tough spot. Have to win back-to-back if we want to be hoisting Lord Stanley once again. So luckily we are back at home in Game 6. Here we go. 4-0. Yeah, the boys are pissed. Cooley, Sergachev, Aginla with 2. 8. They are mad. 8-1 here. And Ottawa gets 1 from Kachuk. And yeah, like look at that goal. That's like a bacon clapper. So 8-2. Big win. They're saying we're not only are we not going home, we're winning the Stanley Cup. So headed back to Ottawa here. Game 7. Stanley Cups in the building. I guess it was in the building last game as well. But it's being handed out this game. Here we go. And 1-1. Batherson, Aginla. Aginla's been really good. 2-1 Evangelista on the power play. Okay, we are out shooting them 21-13. It is time for somebody to step up and be the hero. We got a good amount of time left. And obviously, we just need one. There we go. Clayton Kelly, the captain, ties this game up. As I'm literally saying it, Evangelista again. Still halfway through the period, though. Lots of time. Let's go. Aginla's been on fire. 7.5 to go. He ties it up once again. The boys are fighting. Can we do it? And we are going to OT. So obviously, guys, Game 7 Stanley Cup Final OT. We are going to watch this one. Cannot influence it at all, so we'll obviously be the coach here. And look at that. You got Jack Hughes in a Utah jersey. Something did not think I'd ever see, to be honest. So rating-wise, we have 95 offense. They're 92, so +3. Defense is actually the same. And then goaltending there, I think they had us by 1, which I guess, I mean, is a thing. So here we go. I want to make this a bit better for you guys. We're watching in true broadcast like you would in actual Game 7 OT. Come on, that first line, Cooley. And, ooh, Tavares to Batherson. Shabbat with a point. I think that was a nice save. Tavares again. All right, we got to actually get this puck out of the zone. Make something happen for ourselves. Cooley here with the wheels. Skating up and off puck D. Loses it to Shabbat. Luckily, they just give it back to us. So far, this Game 7 OT has not been the best hockey. Cousins behind the net. And who was that? Number 90. Was that Tavares? Trying to like dive out there for some crazy goal. Yeah, it was Tavares. Nobody is subbing. We literally have the first line still out there. Gunther. Come on, look how tired he is. Tuck. Okay, finally getting some fresh legs. Big clapper. Oh, imagine that like bounced up in him. Reno with this scary skating the puck right in front of the net when it's literally do or die, 1 goal for your hockey career. Evangelista, big D from Simishev, shuts him down. There's a stick on the ice. Getting in the way. Paterka here. If he scores this goal, we have to resign him no matter what. Loose puck. Hayden, or is that a trip? No trip. Refs, I guess the whistles are gone away. Hayden again here. Matheson again just dumps and chase. Ottawa's playing pretty scared hockey, to be honest. They haven't won a cup in their entire history unless you count like the old Senators, whatever, however that works. We, of course, won one a couple years ago. Simishev. That was ambitious. Oh, no. Iginla gives it up to the slot. And what a save from Melka with the blocker. Wow, that was too close. Tavares here is dominating Denoye in the faceoff circle. Jeez, 58-41. Wins one there. Matheson. Okay. Melka, easy glove. Brady Tkachuk, John Tavares, Josh Doan. What a line here for the Sens. Obviously, Doan was on this team. Are you kidding me? Brady Tkachuk, of course, scores the winner. This team, I mean, we did get the one Stanley Cup, but the fact we've had 2 Game 7 Stanley Cup final losses is kind of insane. I don't think I've ever had that with a single franchise. You know, we're literally 2 games away from having 3 cups and being a full-fledged dynasty. Right now, we're on the verge of being a dynasty, but unfortunately, can't call ourselves one with only, you know, the single Stanley Cup victory. Stützle there wins the Conn Smythe, 27 points. And there you have the guy who scored the game winner, Brady Tkachuk, lifting the cup for the Sens. I don't think I've ever watched the opposing team win the Stanley Cup, because I don't know if I've ever had a Game 7 OT loss. My goodness.
Just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Yeah, guys, we're not going to wait for the Stanley Cup team pick. It just takes way too long if it's not you to, like, watch them hand it off to everybody and whatever. Sens win. You know, congrats to them. Congrats to Sheeloffs. Like I said, I can't believe 2 Game 7 Stanley Cup final losses in 5 years. 40% of the time, our season ends in absolute heartbreak. Like, that's just crazy. Tampa Bay there fires new head coach, not even John Cooper. Of course, Sens there win the Stanley Cup. Cleveland Monsters, the Calder. I feel like they might have won it another year already in this. St. Louis picks first overall. Devils there picking 2, so that's why they're trading Jack Hughes. I guess they're kind of rebuilding, but they still have Luke on the team. I don't know how he'd feel about his brother, being sent out. And so take a look here, guys, at the playoff tree. Senators there with the Capitals in 7, Canadiens in 5, Flyers in 6, then, of course, us in 7. I mean, we battled all the way. We actually got tougher and tougher each time. 5 games, 6 games, 7 games, 7 games. But unfortunately, it was not meant to be, apparently. Iginla was actually our leading scorer. 26 points, 19 goals. I mean, almost a goal a game. I feel like you maybe could have gave him the Conn Smythe. I mean, Sergachev was a plus 30 in the playoffs. That's absolutely unreal, to be honest. Denoye there looked really good. Keller. Hughes had 21. Again, much more of a playmaker. Melka as well. If we win the Cup, definitely an argument for him with his numbers. It goes to him or Iginla, I'm not too sure. Again, you can see Stützle there had 1 more point than Iginla, but way less goals. Iginla also, I just realized, had 5 game winners. Like, yeah, honestly, don't even know if he would have gave it to. So Stanley Cup, Ottawa Senators. The fact, wow, 3 or 4 years, Clancis Campbell. I mean, at least we got 1 cup. If we had 0 cup, that would be like the absolute worst. Our Art Ross there goes to Draisaitl, of course. Hart Trophy to him as well. McCarr, James Norris. Draisaitl leading Bing. Spence there, Calder. Stützle, of course, Conn Smythe. And she loves to get the Vezina, so what a year for him. Also, William Jennings. Wow. Schneider there, Bill Masterton with the Penguins. Carberry, Jack Adams. Johnson there got the Selke. Draisaitl, Ted Lindsay. Matthews, Maurice Richard. I think I actually forgot to check that, so Matthews took it home. AHL, Cleveland, let's take a look. Basham, most points. Turcotte, MVP, though. Okay, so we got something. Nyberg, most goals. McCamey there, best rookie. Jones, best defenseman. Ivanov, best goalie. Evander Kane, MVP of the playoffs. That's funny, he's like down in the AHL. Alright, so I mean, we got something. We got Alex Turcotte taking home the MVP of the AHL. We also, of course, have the Clancis Campbell. Not a total lost season, but like I said, definitely not the way you ever really want to end it. Now, look at retired players. Patty Kane there retires as a New Jersey Devil. Technically, Utica Comet. Giroux on Detroit. Jamie Benn there. I mean, we were not going to take him back, but he retires. I don't think he ever won a Stanley Cup, unfortunately. Taking a look. Yeah, no, he was with Dallas all those years. So, He was 1 goal away. That's heartbreaking. Retires at 40, going out like that. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to win that one. I'm never going to win it. Got to feel for him. Yossi was down to 76. Yeah, a bunch of like really good players dropped a ton in rating. Like, yeah, look at these guys. Evander Kane wins the AHL MVP in the playoffs, and then he calls it a career as well. Looking at the goalies, Bobrovsky, Markstrom, Kemper, Talbot, some big names. And here we go, guys, entering the NHL entry draft. So we're now in 2030, I believe. So we're just going to have all these made-up guys. These guys are like literally 12 years old right now if they were real. Taking a look at gems, a ton. Okay, our scouts popped off. I don't think I've ever had this many gems so far in this series. Okay, so low top 4, but he's like a 7th round pick. That could be okay. And Bemstrom, there's actually the last gems. I mean, maybe you can get some of these guys, but like a low top 6 in the 3rd round is honestly not that great. Like, we probably get somebody better. Really good chance to be medium elite late in the 1st. We don't have a pick. Desprez there, center. Definitely want to take a chance on. Same with West, that goalie. Another goalie too in like the 4th, 5th round. Those are just good value. Guaranteed low elite here in Lee from Switzerland. Gonna be like last pick of the draft. And look at this, guys. Like Vasicek here, guaranteed medium top 6. Gonna be like a 6th rounder. Our scouts did do pretty good work. Alright, guys, so I'm not sure if the Capitals are going to go for this. Offering up Peterka signing rights and our first next year for their first this year to get that guy who could be elite at 17. They say no. So first, second, Hool, Peterka signing rights. This seems kind of nuts. And they're still saying no. Alright, you know what? I'll just keep the picks at that point. Not meant to be. I'm just going to send to the next round here. We'll take a look at the first. So first overall, 83 medium elite. Looks like just your standard 5 medium elites. Actually, yeah, I'm in the top 5. This guy at 8, LA got lucky. 6 and 7 messed up. Take a look at that guy we passed on. I'm just curious to see if he was elite. Ackerman, Pujar, Lundmark, Erskine. I honestly already forgot his name. Was it Simmered here? I'm not sure, but regardless, he wasn't elite, so that trade would have been bad for us. Actually ended up, working out that they said no. And our picking late in the 2nd round here, guys. Probably just going to take the one dude who's guaranteed medium top 6. Edmonds here. Hopefully it's decent rating. And he's a 66. That's not bad at all. Late 2nd with medium top 6. And next year, guys, we're taking a pick in the late 4th round. We actually have a couple guys pinned around this spot. So we'll take West first, who's supposed to be medium elite goalie. And he is 52 overall. Honestly, could trade for this Sens pick here. Just take the other guy. Could be medium elite. I'm curious if they like Peterka. They do. I mean, they're a contender. I'm retaining half Peterka's salary because the game's broken. And I'll take back Evangelista and then try to make this happen. Let's do a 4th rounder next year, which obviously will most likely be above 1st overall. And they say yes. Okay, so there we go. Some signing right trades. I mean, Evangelista, if he is cheaper, could actually, come back to our team. So this worked out really good for us, especially if Whitaker here is a medium elite goalie. And he is. Look at that. Back-to-back medium elite goalies end of the 4th round. That's awesome. And now, guys, picking end of the 5th, we're going to take a Vasicek here. Guaranteed medium top 6 from Slovakia. Only 56 overall, but still not a bad player. Seattle here trying to get our 6th rounder. I'm going to say no, though, because there is a gem that's maybe something. We'll take a look here. So, Soren, let's see. He's a low elite. Okay, so yeah, better than low top 4. That's good. And then our last pick in this draft, guys, is a pretty early 7th rounder. We're going to take the last guy I pinned, who is the Caden Lee guy, guaranteed low elite winger. 55 overall, power forward. It's actually not too bad. So, I mean, yeah, considering like, oh, we actually have another pick too. 2nd last pick of the draft. Could just take a flyer on somebody. I was going to say, this draft's honestly gone very well. Woodworth there could be low elite. Honestly, yeah, he's the highest guy. Drummondville. And he's a low bomb 6, whatever. I guess we could have moved on from that, but not including that pick. We basically hit on every single other one, so very happy with how that turned out. We're now in the re-sign phase here, guys, with $36.5 million in cap space. Keller there and Gunther, both 94s. Hughes a 93. Cooley still 91. Is actually dropped to low elite from low franchise, so maybe the low franchise hurt him because medium elite, he could have even jumped up to medium franchise. So Jack Hughes, we're going to pay, wow, $15 million bucks. I think we're going to pay him. We'll have $21 million left over. We'll see if that's enough to get everybody else locked up. So Tuck actually wants less money. 1-year deal. I'm so down for that. Let's take a look. He could take $6 million right on. I think he would based on the contract interest there. That'd be a really good deal. Lamru obviously will qualify here. He wants 6 or 4. Only need him for 3. Doesn't really change the interest. Try $6 million bucks right on. I think he would say yes. So that's 12 million. Yeah, we still have 24. That is enough for Jack Hughes. I'm looking at goalies too. Vamelka, Herabel both coming back. Love Tarasov, Volokin in the AHL. Offensively there, of course, we got all 6 guys coming back. Aki will need a raise, but That's after next season. Probably bring Wallander back here too, just to be the number 1 in the AHL. Plus, I don't know, worst case, could call him up if we need to. And we have some overage AHL players here. Turcotte, Radu, Lombardi, Fedotov. Probably going to re-sign them all though, because the AHL team did good. They definitely kind of just, I don't know, had a weird first round there. Never mind though, can't take Ratu. He wants over $1 million. I just want guys that wanted league min. Also guys, we still do have to sign Jack Hughes here. So 15 million seems crazy. We'll try, keep moving it down here. I mean, 13.5 looks like he'd probably say yes. Full NMC. I mean, he's a 93 overall guy. Definitely, I think, worth the money. And there we go, guys. Tuck said yes. I think that's a really good team-friendly one-year deal. Jack Hughes rejected, wants to test free agency, so had to pay up. Lambert, though, said yes. Again, I think he had a really nice, team-friendly deal with us. So we still have 26 million. We could pay Jack, like, even more than he wants and, still get him there. And we still have, like, $10 million left to do what we want with. Try, like, 14.5 on him. And there we go. He does say yes. Okay, so raised it $1 million. And like I said, we still have $13 million in cap space. We're laughing. Now, I am curious to see Evangelista's ask. 4.4. He's an 84 overall guy. 41 points. I mean, he's not bad. I'm probably going to say no just because there might be other guys in free agency that are slightly more money that we can actually afford. Like, again, we have 13 million in cap space still. And what's crazy too, guys, if we call up Diorio as well as Hossa there, who's the elite guy, we actually don't even have to, like, sign anybody. But with 13 million bucks, we might as well, take a look. So here we go. We'll see who's available. Michkov there, 14 million bucks. Still an RFA. I feel like he keeps heading free agency. Ryan Leonard, Anton Frondell. Josephson guy, Matthew Boldy, 14 million, just out of our price range. I mean, could offer on him, honestly. That'd be insane. Shane Wright, Charlie McAvoy, we actually fully could afford. He wants 4 years. What if we just paid McAvoy for 1 year? Aki, I guess, just goes back down to the AHL. And it's like we didn't even lose Anderson, plus we have Jack Hughes. I mean, I don't know. What do we need more? McAvoy or, like, some better score in the third line? Dylan Cousins here would actually be quite nice as well in the third line. And 4.8 for an 86. He wants the same money as Evangelista, yet, 2 overall higher. Nikita Kucherov's also here, talking about a third line scorer. Even though he's an 85, he had 75 points last year, so he's still producing. 37 years old. I mean, all offense kind of guy. The thing with him is he wants 2. If we gave him like a 1 year, I mean, even 2, as long as he still plays well, we could probably trade him after the first because Anoye is going to want to raise. Like, that's a possibility. And honestly, we could sign both Kucherov and Cousins, which is kind of crazy. Now, Cousins defensively isn't that great. He is good physically, though. And like I was saying, Charlie McAvoy would be big, but like our top 4 is already pretty good. I'm leaning Kucherov right now. Just leave like Diorio in the AHL for 1 more season. And again, if we signed McAvoy, we'd have to trade away Aki plus Kucherov, not as much money. 2 years, 6.8. I mean, actually 1 year, he still is quite interested. 5.5, probably wouldn't be able to get him. So we'll try the 2 here. And we'll just do no clauses, so we can trade him if we choose to, if he like drops a ton in rating. At 6.5, it's still max interest. I feel like he would just say immediately yes, right? Gonna get back to us. Jeez, he had the max contract interest. I thought could save a bit of money there and just get him within a second. Now looking at goalies, guys, Jesper Wallstedt's available. And this is his first year as an RFA. You've also got Joshua Ravensbergen. Taking a look, 2-way goalies, just in case, medium elites. A medium starter. Honestly, I'll let one of the AHL teams get him. We're actually pretty close to the contract max. AHL, it's just all medium top 6s. So, I mean, Blomqvist, 19 years old. That's not that bad at all to get for free. Carolina's 3rd round pick. They just didn't keep for whatever reason. I feel like 68 at 19 is honestly pretty good. So, yeah, we'll take him for free. And then forwards, you got a low elite here, Enroth. 20 years old, 55 overall. Again, if you can get him for free, might as well. I think the AHL, like, forward group should be pretty good. So I'll probably leave it for now, and then if we need to, can sign somebody. And there we go, guys. Kucherov did say yes. I was a little bit worried someone might come in, overpay him. So that's crazy. We add Jack Hughes and Kucherov in 1 calendar year. The Leafs are offering us 2/3 for a medium top 6 and a medium top 6D. That does not seem like enough. And here we go, guys. I'm rechecking the 2-way players a week later. Autry Ratch is available, and he wants basically league min now. So we'll sign him to that. Hopefully we have the contract space. It looks like we have 1 open. Jimmy Snuggerud, kind of surprisingly, never grew in this, only an 80. And okay, I guess it's a goalie spot because Ratu can't sign. So we'll trade away like our worst couple contracts just to give us a bit more wiggle room here. Black guy who took back to trades, like the only one I don't want. So trying to see if the Panthers would give us a 7th. They said no. I thought that might happen. So we'll flip 7s with them. Hopefully we do better. But worst case scenario, we drop down a few spots there to have room for Ratu. And there we go. He does say yes now. All right, let's start next season here, guys. We actually have to name a new alternate captain after trading away Schmaltz. I'm leaning towards Cooley, but let me know who you guys want to see. And having a conversation with our head coach right now, guys. Again, we're expected to be competing for the Stanley Cup. Preseason focus, because we did the 5v5 last time, we'll do conditioning to try and get all that speed back. And now next you guys, I'll show the lines for next season. I feel like our team's just as good, maybe better. So first line here, we're trying something new for the first time. Clayton Keller, Jack Hughes, Dylan Gunther. I mean, when you can have an entire first line 93 plus, when Jack Hughes is the worst player on your line, I feel like you have to go for it. Second line there, you got Denoye with the Cooley and a Ginla. They get a +5. I still got to try and get a Ginla to actually switch to wing. He keeps saying no. Third line, we have a 90 overall Tuck. I mean, that's just an embarrassment of riches. Playing with an 86 Hayton and an 85 Kucherov. I'm trying Kucherov on the left. He's a playmaker there. He's got the elite tape to tape. I'm hoping this works. Just feeding Tuck. We'll see. Host there is on the team now. Playing left wing. Bodwin there in the middle. O'Reilly on the right side. In terms of the defense, we got Sergachev, Jersey, top pair of the +5. Marino, Simashev, Aki, and Lamru. And then goalies here, of course, Pamelka and Herabel are still there. AHL, Tarasov's now at 82 as our starting goalie. I got Turcotte back on the team, first line left wing with Diorio, 82. So again, he'll probably take over for Kucherov either next year or the year after. Carlson there. Ginla, second line right wing. Good amount of 80s here throughout the AHL forward group. Looks like Daniil Booch just ended up being a bit of a bust, but that's okay. Defensively, Wallander and Boumediene are on our top pair still. 79 is behind them. So I feel like there's no reason why. I feel like there's no reason why both these teams couldn't go on a run, try and win both the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup in the same season. Now, but finally here, guys, I'll show the ratings for next year. We've got 96 offense, 95 defense, and 91 goaltending. So I'm really excited to see what happens. Hopefully, it's not a solution in Game 7 Stanley Cup final again, but we'll have to wait and see. If you guys do this one, leave that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.